Hello, welcome to Seasons Change. My name is Louann. Well, in today's video, I am going to be giving you an update of what our shelf conditions look like at my local Walmart and our local grocery store here in Texas called HEB. This video is going to take place the Friday before Thanksgiving, so that may have a little bit of an effect on the shelf levels. But I think if you've seen a couple of my videos in the past on food shortages, you're still going to see the same pattern going on, plus a few extras. We're going to start out at Walmart. Here's a new one this week, perfumes and body sprays. Maybe we can blame this on the alcohol. Speaking of alcohol, they did have the 91% on hand this week. I've never seen this brand before, and at $2.78, I felt it was a little too pricey for me. Here's a look at the liquid soaps. I thought it looked pretty good this week, and they even had a few hand sanitizers on hand. The canning section was also very well stocked. They even had some lids and rings. They did have a few different food savers or vacuum sealers on hand, but absolutely no bags. The canned dog food not looking too good this week, so not a lot of changes in this area. Even the more expensive brands seem to be showing some shortages this week. A few of you had mentioned you're having trouble finding kitty litter. Well, this is what our shelves look like. I don't own a cat, so I don't know if this is a low level of kitty litter or normal, but this is what it looks like. And here's a look at the cat food. Looks like they're doing a little bit of fronting on these shelves. Our produce section seems to be doing pretty good, so I'm not going to spend any time here. The bread section is not looking too good this week. We're missing the healthy bread, the store brand breads, local bakeries, and some of the international brands. Okay, here's a look at the beef section. This is ground beef. Doesn't look too bad. Here's more beef varieties. Here's the pork. Not as fully stocked as the beef, but still not too bad. And the poultry. Here's a closer look at the bacon, still lagging a little bit in this area. I've seen it worse. And if you haven't got your butterball, this is how many are left. Pepperoni, got some Armour and Hormel, and store brand. And if you prefer ham over turkey, or if you're just buying for Christmas, they offer two varieties here. And then these are the spiral glazed hams. On to the sports drink section. Not many changes here. Still a lot of shortages, and with the orange juice as well. I've only seen the orange juice fully stocked maybe 2 weeks. Here's a sample of some of our signs putting limits on our toilet paper. Even with limits, we're still running out. Here's a look at the paper products. A lot of bare shelving, and I don't see any utensils. But again, I've seen it worse. That's the limit on toilet paper, hand sanitizer, and wipes. This is a look at the cleaning section, and I have to say this is the least amount that I've seen on the shelves since I think the pandemic was announced. Sorry for all the shaking. I was trying to get around a lot of people that were there that day. I don't want to get anyone on camera that doesn't want to be there. And here's a look at the paper towels. That's all that's left, and they've even began filling the rest of the aisle with their holiday candies. We have a limit of 2 on the paper towels as well. Dawn's looking pretty good in the liquid form this week. And the bleach is pretty much the same as it has been. A lot of the smaller versions, not a whole lot of Clorox. Definitely no larger bottles of the Clorox. They're all in the small bottles. Now here's a new one that really stood out to me this week, and that is the cereals. And I know a lot of you have mentioned these, but I just never really noticed it in our Walmart until this trip here. I feel like my camera really doesn't do it justice, but it's definitely a lot less storage or stock than what I'm used to seeing. This is a look at the oatmeal. There seems to be a lot there. It's just not organized very well. And here's another look at the cereals from the other end of the aisle. And this is a look at the bagged cereals. There were a lot of empty spaces going on here. Here's another new one, and yes, I realize it's the holidays, but I'm seeing a lot of shortages in our seasonings and spices that are just a little abnormal. I don't think this all has to do with the holidays. Sugar's looking pretty good considering. Here's some of the other sweetening options. Pumpkin low this week in the pie fillings, but this I'm definitely going to say has to do with the holidays. Same for the marshmallows, the puddings, and jellos. Now on the flour, this is it. That's including the cornmeal and all the flour varieties. Very, very slim pickings going on here. Here's the vinegar section. Although it's still a small section, they seem to be keeping some variety there from week to week. A little bit of shortening, and here's your oils. Again, I did not see any corn oil on the shelf here. It was all vegetable and maybe some canola. Again, I apologize for all of the movement. I'm sorry if for those of you that may be movement sensitive. I was really trying not to get anyone on camera, and if you want to get some funny looks, start filming during a pandemic and you get all kinds of crazy looks. This is a look at the canned vegetables section, and it's well stocked, but still you can see from all the empty pallets there just how quickly it's going. These are the beans and Spam. A few varieties there, but if you pay close attention, there's no regular Spam on the shelf. Here's the salmon, tuna, other seafood varieties. Tuna's looking good. And down there's the chicken. It was okay. Here's the fruit section. It's got some holes going on there, and if you pay real close attention, there's not a whole lot of variety. They've now merged all of that applesauce in with the canned fruit. Just a quick look at those complete meals. I think they were a little worse a week or two ago. Here's the tomato-based items. And the soups. They were totally out of cream of mushroom and cream of chicken, but again, it is Thanksgiving. Okay, here's a quick look at the pasta section. And the ramen noodles. Looks pretty good. Pasta sauces, it looks full, but that's a lot of fronted shelves and only about 2 brands. Here's a new one for me because I needed some salsa this week. I noticed how bare the shelves are here. And for the corn taco shells, they had a few, so I mean, it was a small section of the shelves, but it looked pretty good. Here's another spice and seasoning section. This brand is hardly ever empty. They're usually completely filled. So I don't know what's up with that. Here's a look at the mac and cheese. Of course, a few holes happen in here. Here's the beans section. If you'll remember a few weeks ago, this was fully stocked with a lot of different varieties, and we can tell now that's starting to dwindle. And here's a look at the rice. The rice doesn't look too bad. Looks like it's mainly the larger bags. And here's a look at the stovetop and the instant mashed potatoes and the gravies. I don't think this section is too bad, again, considering that this is the Friday before Thanksgiving. Here's the jellies and preserves. It's a little disorganized, but I think there's quite a bit of variety there. Now moving on down to the peanut butter. Peter Pan is looking a little better this week. Still missing a lot, but that's the best I've seen the Peter Pan in a while. The Jif actually looks a little lower than usual. And Nutella is something that I haven't mentioned, but I have noticed the Nutella is running very low, and has been for a while. Here's one I wanted to ask you about because I just noticed it for the first time this week as well, and that is pickles. I don't know what the story is there. Let me know in the comments if y'all have anything to add. Here's the ketchup. It looks pretty consistent with the way it's been looking. Okay, and here we are in the coffee section. I know a commenter had mentioned that she has been unable to find her coffee. And I noticed this week ours is looking a little less than usual too. So I hope they get that refilled soon. And now I'm going to finish up at Walmart here in the barbecue sauce section. This is another one that I noticed this week because I'm out at home and had to get some more. But you can see a lot of shelf fronting with some of the brands, but they do still have quite a bit of variety there. Okay, I'm going to wrap up our visit to Walmart here and head on over to HEB. Okay, so we're going to start out with the rubbing alcohol. And this is two different varieties of the 70% alcohol. And here is about first aid and cleaning gloves, limit 2. As you can see, they're all gone. Now we're going to look at the kitty litter here. This is what it looks like. I can kind of see what you're talking about now. And here's the cat food. These are some dog treats. I've noticed for a couple weeks these have been kind of bare, and this is what the canned dog food looks like. Looks like they're doing a little better than Walmart this week. Trash bags. If you'll notice, these are mainly store brand. Got a little section down there on the end. Here's a look at the aluminum foil. This is the tissue and napkins. Paper plates and utensils. HEB had a lot of utensils on hand this week. And their paper looks better than usual. Okay, speaking of paper, here's what the paper towels look like. They also have a limit of 2. More than Walmart. I'm really surprised. Usually Walmart outshines HEB whenever it comes to stocking up the shelves. Here's the toilet paper. I mean, they're definitely lower than normal, but I'm surprised to see that there are several varieties still there. HEB loves their signs. So this is the complete aisle. We have paper towels on the left and toilet paper on the right. Okay, here is the Cascade and Finish. I guess I shouldn't just say Cascade. And the liquid dish soap. Clorox products and other cleaning supplies. This is the bleach. It's not normally on this aisle. In a few minutes I'll show you where it's usually at. But for some reason they have it over here with the cleaning products and it's fronted. So I don't know what's up with that, but it is Clorox. Okay, another section on the gloves here with the other cleaning supplies, and they're gone. Okay, so now we're on our laundry aisle, and this is where the bleach is usually kept. So I don't know why it was on the other aisle. Borax is still missing, but we have some Arm & Hammer down there. We do have some of the laundry sanitizer, but not much. This is kind of a quick look down the aisle. Now, I wanted to point out here, the store brand colas are very, very low. And here's the sports drinks. Again, better than Walmart. Here's the cereal aisle. Again, I can see a lot of holes happening here. This is actually worse than Walmart. Please forgive my quick movements with my cell phone here. Yeah, that doesn't look very good at all. Let's take a look at their bags, and this is all they have. Let me get turned around. There you go. This is all they have in the bagged cereal. Here's the coffee section. Actually, this looks pretty normal for HEB. I've never seen the coffee shelf completely stocked. That's their brand that we're looking at right there. This is some baking section with like the sodas and the yeast and cornstarch. It looks decent. This is the flour. Better shape than Walmart again. A few holes, but still better than Walmart was. Have some cornmeal there. Here's the oils, and believe it or not, I will show you in just a second. This is corn oil. HEB actually has different sizes of corn oil. Here's your baking mixes like Bisquick and sugar. Sugar is a lot lower than normal. Here's the spices. You can see there, sorry y'all, you can see there that they're better stocked than Walmart, but I'm still seeing a lot of holes that aren't normally there. These are the beans. Just trying to get you a closer look here. Again, trying to film with a very jam-packed store is not an easy thing to do. This is the ramen. Walmart has them beat in this section. Here's a look at the soup section. Very small section and a lot of missing soups. And here's the vegetables. I think what we're looking at there is green beans. You can see they have some corn. I think the majority of the holes are carrots and green beans. They've added some number 10 cans to the shelf here. Now this is a new brand that I haven't seen before, and I know a lot of you have mentioned seeing new brands appear, but this is on the ramen soup shelves. Here's the fruit. Staying pretty consistent levels here, not fully stocked at any time. Here's the tomato section. Again, another good indicator of how quickly things are moving is to look for the empty cardboard. Alfredo sauces are hard to come by, and the pasta sauces, Still showing a lot of holes, but this is actually more than what I'm used to seeing on these shelves. Here are the Dinty Moore and the completes. I think Hormel makes the completes. This is the Chef Boyardee section. It's a very small section now. And our pastas. And here's your Spam. They have a decent selection of it there, and they even have some of the original. Vianney sausages are running a little low. And the chicken's not very stocked. And that right there is the only salmon that they had on the shelf. Tuna is bare. This is the rice. At least they're offering some of the smaller bags. I feel that at Walmart it was all of the large bags. Here's a look at the beans. Not too bad. Okay, here's the macaroni and cheese. Not a whole lot. And the gravy mixes. Here's the salsa I wanted to compare, and a little bit of fronting of the shelves there, but it's not too bad. Maybe Walmart just forgot to order extra. I don't know, but they were definitely running low. And the barbecue sauce section looks okay here too. Ketchup is staying pretty consistent. Vinegar is a little low this week, but they do still have some. Here's a look at the pepperoni section. Not looking too good. The poultry. Just a few bare sections, but they still have a good variety to offer. Here's the pork. I think it looks pretty good. And this is the beef. Definitely nothing to panic over. The ground beef is running a little low, but they do have plenty of the logs and rolls, and I think it looks okay. Less than usual, but still, I mean, look at all of it. They had a lot of turkeys on hand today too, and they have them for 87 cents a pound. This whole section here was full of different varieties of turkeys. And also on the end cap. Here's the bacon. This is what I have been seeing over the last few weeks. Some sections a little more bare than others. Looks like we're missing some sausage this week. And I'm not going to get real deep into the freezer section because this video is already getting too long, but you can just take a glance at some of the things here. I want to thank y'all for sticking around. I hope that this has helped you or entertained you a little bit, and maybe give you a heads up of what might be headed your way. And I really appreciate, again, your comments that you keep posting, and I want to encourage you to continue to do that because I know I'm monitoring them, and I'm sure other people are as well. It's a good way to give a heads up so that we can see what's going on across our nation. If you enjoy seeing these type of videos, the best way to let me know is to give it a big thumbs up, and that also helps YouTube push these type of videos out to other people. And I just want to take a second to invite you to hit that big red subscribe button if you haven't done so yet. Well, that's going to be it for this video. Thank you so much for tuning in today, and I look so forward to seeing you in the next one. Bye!